Hi, I'm Christina for Cumberland, and I'm about to embark on my very first long bike journey. We are going from Washington to Tijuana, taking off from Victoria on Sunday morning, and we're going to go on the Black Ball Ferry and headed to Port Angeles and start from there. We really don't have a plan. We're not aiming to do a certain kilometers a day. People keep asking me how many kilometers you could do a day. You know what? We're not in it to win it. We're in it to experience it. So we're doing a little bit something different than anybody else. We are taking 4 long months to do it. So we get to spend a couple of days in a village that we like, or spend an extra day at the beach, or visit towns that we have never experienced before, or take these side trips of things that we want to see. It was a little bit difficult for packing. This is my first long journey, and it's Maya's first long journey as well. And we're going to be experiencing a bunch of different weather along the way. So we get some cool temperatures, some hot temperatures. We might send stuff home. We tried to go as light as possible. I'm a bit of a gear nerd, but it was really hard to keep it, really light when you're going for that extended period of time. And we are camping, so we're not credit carding it across the USA, so we had to pack a little bit more for camping gear, trying to keep costs down. I'm in my 50s, and Maya just turned 50, so this is her big 50th trip. And I had to wait till my last child graduated, and she's going off to university in September, so nothing really holding me back now. Well, like, my kids never held me back, but yeah, I'm excited for her new journey as well, and gonna miss her so much. Try not to cry, and everywhere I go I'm like, oh my god, my baby's going. So this is what I have for front panniers. I just used my old Rhino walks. I thought, why not? And if they do fall apart along the journey, then I will buy some Ort leaves like I have in the back. So hopefully they'll hold up. I did the Kettle Valley Railway with them for 7 days. That's the longest trip I have ever done. And they held up just fine. And so hopefully they keep my stuff dry and stay waterproof. I threw some dry bags and wrap my clothes and try to compress them in dry bags, so to make sure that nothing gets wet. In the front, I packed about 2 pairs of pants, and 2 pairs of shorts, 2 long sleeves, 2 short sleeves, a puffer jacket, a rain jacket, and some rain pants. I had some waterproof booties in there. I got rid of them. I just this is just too much stuff. Just gonna have to deal with it, I guess, if my feet get wet. Maybe I could pull my rain pants over my shoes a little bit, but my mountain biking shoes, they're pretty waterproof as it is, so hopefully they'll be okay. You know what? If I really feel like I need something along the journey, then there's going to be plenty of bike shops to purchase that kind of thing. But just trying to keep weight down and saying to myself, do I really, really need this? That was really hard. Been collecting gear for a year. So I've had time to really think about it and get everything I need. I made Amazon rich, but I did use a lot of local bike shops and a lot of local sports stores as well. I got my tent from our local store, Valhalla, and I got the Kona Hubba Hubba bike tent. I actually got the last one in BC. It was in at the Valhalla store in Vernon. What I really love about it is I have an MSR tent that I use for hiking all the time. And I'm just really familiar with the brand, and nothing's ever gone wrong with that tent. And I've had it for 15 years. And so I really felt comfortable buying from that brand again. Which is great, is they shorten the poles, and it's such an easy setup. And they actually put a clothesline in the tent this time. There's more pockets. And with the shortened poles, it fits beautifully on my handlebars here. The only thing that it didn't come with was a footprint. So I had to add in my footprint from my other MSR tent, which added a little bit more weight. But when you have these lightweight tents, you're working with thinner material. So I didn't want it to get destroyed on some rough, gravelly, campground. Sometimes you're just not guaranteed to have a really beautiful campground every time. We got lucky on the KVR. I didn't bring my footprint, but I also didn't have this tent, which is even lighter than the last tent. I think totally it's about 2.5 pounds for the tent. With the added footprint, I don't know how much that is. On the 2 front panniers, I'm looking at 9 pounds each in each bag. So I've only packed merino wool materials, really quick dry pants, proper riding pants, and I'm using 3 7 mesh chamois, and I got even merino underwear. I really like the 7 mesh briefs because the chamois part is completely covered with a really good material. And I'm one of those people who are allergic to materials. I'm allergic to everything. Everything irritates me, especially things that have silicone on it. I'll actually break out into welts. So if anybody has this problem like I do, 7 mesh, 100% way to go. No irritation there. And of course, you would never wear underpants under that. I bought a solar powered light. I like it because it has a little button that I could turn on the light right on my handlebar here. And it's got a little horn that I could press as well. And to warn people that I'm coming. I added 2 mirrors on my handlebars to make sure that I see traffic behind me. I thought about getting that Garmin system that can detect traffic behind you. I know it saved a lot of people's asses, but for me, it was a little bit expensive, and yeah, it's just more as stuff to worry about. I bought a 4-prong multi-charger to plug in all of my things at once. And I got 3 batteries to charge up all my devices. One 40,000 powered battery that could give me at least 5 charges. I strapped my water bottle on here. I really couldn't figure out where else to put it, but sometimes you just have to work with what you got. I got this amazing triangle bag, custom made for me. If you want to follow us on the petite peddlers, we are very short. So both of us ladies are 5 feet tall. And so I had to get a custom made triangle bag because obviously nobody sells bags to fit little tiny bikes. I am riding a 44 centimeter bike, so which is an extra small. I think Specialized Diverge is the only company that actually makes bags in bikes, this size. So Mike from Perseverance Designs, he works at Beaufort Cycles in Cumberland here. So if you need a bike bag custom made for you, he is the man. So he made this for me. He even has it attached to my braisons on the bottom. This side has this nice little pocket. I have my reading book in here and my glasses, and all my paperwork stuff I'm going to need to cross over to the States. And then on the other side sits my water bladder. And it's an Apodera water bladder that fits perfectly and is the same shape as the bag. And then I have my little tube right here where I could drink all my water right there. So handy dandy. I'm really liking this extra pocket that he put in. And so the other side has my water bladder to put in there. I got 2 snack bags. Have my earbuds in here, my inhaler, and of course some snacks. Anything that I need quick that's easily accessible. Really great. I installed a bike alarm on my bike. One of the things that I was worried about was theft. And Maya's bringing a really skookum lock. I have these kind of like zip tie locks. So anything to tear, I'm going to probably zip tie one to the front tire, zip tie something to the back tire so you can't really move the bike. And also got this handy dandy alarm. So you can set the alarm. And if somebody moves the bike, the alarm will go off, and it's flipping loud. It's so scary. So it'll give a warning beep to if somebody touches it and accidentally moves it. And if they don't move away from the bike and they keep moving it, then it'll go off and not stop. So it's something that's probably going to wake me up in the middle of the night if somebody tries to steal the bike while we're in the tent. Deactivate it here. The first time Maya and I tried it, we scared the crap out of ourselves. So hopefully that'll work for a thief. I know if somebody really wants to steal your bike, there's really nothing, but the more things that you can do to prevent it, the better. I have my phone mount on here. Maya's got the GoPro Hero that she's taking along with her. I was hoping that I could film with the phone mount right here, but it's not tilting up enough and I'm just getting a view of the tent. So I'm just gonna bring the tripod that I'm using for filming right now, and hopefully I could just hold it in the air. If there's something really good I wanna see, then I could either fix it to my handlebars in some fashion or just try to be creative. Yeah, I didn't have time or didn't think about an attachment that I could put along here to raise that phone a bit so I could do some better filming, but c'est la vie. I might find something along the way, who knows. But right now, I'm just gonna work with what I got. I'm using the Specialized pizza rack for the front rack. Thank you, Comox Bike Company, for that. And I also bought a new seat, and they had this, I like to call it the S-ometer. It is a device that measures your sit bones, and they got a new computerized device to do that. So it knew exactly where my sit bones were and what size of seat that I needed. So I am going to be trying out the Mimic. I went for the extra plush. I have 2 Mimics in the garage right now, but this one has a little bit more foam, so a little bit more cushion for the push in there. And my friend Mike that made my bag told me kind of keep my seat flat. He says my bike seat is designed that way. I had a little bit tilted forward, and I was kind of like scooting all the way back. So, you know, working out these problems before I leave is good, and then testing, you know, where my feet are. This is the first time I am going to be riding with flats on this bike. When I did the KVR, every time I ran into rough conditions with the weight and the weight on the back, the bike can become very unstable. And I swear I got more accidents and falling than I ever did on my mountain bike. So yeah, that was something to consider. So I'm actually traveling with flats this time. I know I could have went with some more comfortable shoes with some clips and, you know, having the flat edge side of the pedal with but you know what, if I want to take off with sandals one day or change my footwear, it's not a big deal. So this is why I made the decision. You know what, I'm not going for pedal efficiency anyway. We're just, you know, in it just to make it here. I have been injured since March. I damaged my psoas pretty bad, so I've been for a lot of physiotherapy and rehabilitation. So I actually only had one bike ride before this trip, so it's going to take me a couple weeks to get conditioned again. I have been working a lot, working out on a lot of weights and everything, so hopefully I will be okay. Well, I'll have to be, right? Our brains are stronger than our bodies sometimes, and it'll be fine. And I have a very supportive friend. If she's watching, hopefully she does a video too of her setup. Challenge on. So the back panniers, what I did was I composited a list in my phone under my notes, and the last trip, I didn't know what was in each pannier, and that really kept me really disorganized. You know, you're stopped and you're like, is this, right? And you're digging through your panniers. I compiled a nerdy list of what is in each pannier, and I actually went with my marker, a Sharpie, and I actually wrote on my panniers. I know I could get rid of it with rubbing alcohol. It's no big deal. I don't care. So I put right and left, and so I know which panniers are set for which side. So when I put everything away, and I know it's exactly what is in each pannier. So I just need to look at those notes in my phone, and I'll know first aid kit or mechanical kit is where it's supposed to be. In my rear, I got, what did I bring? I got some very light inner tubes. These got really great reviews, so hopefully they'll work out. I went with inserts inside my tire. It's kind of like Cushcore. So if I do get a flat, and I didn't realize I still have the tubes inside. For some reason, I thought I went tubeless with the inner Cushcore, but you know what? That's even better. So if I had to change a flat, it's not going to be all messy and sticky and gross. So especially with that goo, right? So hopefully I'm not going to get too many flats on this trip. But Beaufort Cycles in town set me up with that, and you know, I trust his judgment on what is the best, you know, touring wheel. I got some gear rig patches in here, my tire patch kit, an extra valve in case, you know, with pressure edge shaders, sometimes you might go into a place that doesn't accommodate for that valve, especially at gas stations. So I bought an extra valve cover. And I was told that this Purple Extreme synthetic lubricant is the way to go. Thank you, Comox Bike Company. And so I have also, I bought these Allen keys. And the reason is every time I use a bike tool, sometimes things can get really tight, or if I want to tighten up my pannier racks and my front racks, because you know the vibration can make those bolts loose, I get some extra torque here. And you know what the problem I run into, sometimes I just don't have the strength to do bike repairs with just a regular bike tool, so I need that extra leverage, and that's why I bought some of these. We're splitting up the load, so Maya is going to take the tools that I didn't bring, like pump and the regular bike tool with the chain breaker. So that's really, really good. So at least we got to lighten up her loads a tiny bit by kind of splitting it up. And she's taking the cookware in lieu of me taking the tent and the tarp. So we did bring a jet boil to try to cook when we can. And I like having a nice coffee in the morning. I brought my AeroPress along with me with a mug. My heaviest thing was my toiletries. Unfortunately, you know, I did not pack makeup. This is the best I'm gonna look, I swear, for months, because I'm not carrying a straightener for my hair. I'm so plan to look like a Wolverine till Christmas with a hat on. You know, I got really big fuzzy hair, so nothing I could do, just pack the tiny little brush and that's it, and some elastics. Try to keep it light. I think my medications were the heaviest thing, and I packed some Nutripods by NutriStart, and they have all of your 7 vitamins per day in these little convenient packs. I bought 2 months worth, and then going to stretch it out for 4 months because I'm not going to be able to buy those things in the States. So unfortunately that made things quite heavy. I took them out of their packages and tried to let them loose in my toiletry bag. I brought a shampoo and conditioner bar, and Sea to Summer makes these really cool little leaflet things that you could wash your clothes. It's only like this small, and has about 50 washes, so when you're washing your underwear and everything in between, makes it very convenient. This is why I bought merino wool underpants and merino wool bras and merino wool clothes. So it's easy to wash, easy to dry, very low maintenance. I also brought a couple of rain jacket as well, as long as the puffy. I got the Sea to Summit sleep system. Oh my god, I love it. So I'm a side sleeper, and us women, we tend to have pointy hips, so I don't like touching the ground. It doesn't matter what mattress and how much I spent on a mattress, hips would always touch the ground, and you're kind of rolling around like a hot dog in you know, one of those 7-Eleven wheels, like round and round and round. So I just want to make sure that I'm comfortable. The Sea to Summit mattress goes up 4 inches thick. It's got a really good insulation rating without having to have the weight, which is amazing. The bag that it comes in is, it's like inflatable. With the bag, you just scoop up the air and get that air into the mattress. And then the Sea to Summit pillow that comes with it, very ergonomic, and it actually velcros onto the mat, so you don't have that pillow movement. And everybody's who ever been tenting, you know, that pillow never stays on the mattress. It kind of flips off in the middle of the night, so that keeps everything stable. I did buy an extra cat pillow. I like to put a pillow in between my knees to stay ergonomically. Keeping your knees together when you're side sleeping could really pull out your hips, so that's something I have to be watching out for. So you don't have to, yeah, your sleep is important, so don't skimp out on equipment for sleeping. I got the Marmot down sleeping bag, extremely light as well, less than a pound. Nice and warm, rated for 3 seasons, I think, -10. And in those really, really cold nights, if I have to sleep in my puffer jacket, that's fine. And I got some hot shots in there. That's my luxury item. I like to put hot shots in my socks sometimes when I sleep to warm up. And if I have to do it, so be it. Especially when it's damp here on the West Coast, you tend to feel cold no matter what you do. I am using cycling, bicycling the Pacific Coast. Maya got me this as a gift, and actually has all of the maps, all of the stops, all descriptions. So this is going to be really helpful. I won't have to buy any more maps than I need to anyways. So a little bit heavy, but it's got all the info that I'm ever going to need. So this is why that's another luxury item that's going to weigh a little bit more. I also took a portable backpack, you know, so if we decide to spend a day in a town, I could unravel this. It works as a full backpack, and I could carry groceries, buy items. Well, we won't be buying a lot of items, but if we had to buy food or whatever, or we want to carry stuff, very, very handy indeed as well. I took sandals, tiny little camp towel, some cutlery, some extra dry bags, my glasses, and all of my electronics. So I went with a few different batteries. I have this one, which is great because it just can plug into the bottom of the phone. I can have an instant charge, nice and light and portable, and it'll charge up my phone within an hour. It's pretty little amazing little device here. And then this is where, you know, I had to skimp on weight here. I didn't buy solar panels. I just couldn't figure out where I was going to put it on the bike, so I got this 40,000 battery that's going to give me 4 charges. So it probably lasts me the week. And also have a 20,000, which gives me 2 charges, and then this is 1 charge. So hopefully I won't have to charge up all my devices more than once a week. We're planning to stay in hotel once a week to wash our clothes, wash ourselves, try to, you know, feel human again, and sleep in a nice bed. So I'm looking at 12 pounds per each rear pannier. I just couldn't get it lighter than that. It was very, very difficult to try to keep the weight down, but tried to do my best with what I got, and I think we did pretty good. I think I have a great little system here. Things don't look too bulky, or, you know, I didn't want things to be raised up so you're really, you know, screw up in your aerodynamics. All my bags, my 4 bags, all weigh the same, so the weight is evenly distributed. I tested it on the hill. It's like, oh my gosh, pretty difficult to ride the bike up, but it's really nice coming down. It's good. I have to get used to controlling the front end. It's a little bit heavier than I'm used to. I've never had front rack panniers before. So yeah, it'll take me a little bit to get conditioned to the whole thing. So thanks for joining me, and yeah, I not that great on the camera, but you know, I'll get used to it, and I'll keep updating, and hopefully we'll do our first video on Sunday of our first day. Okay, thanks. Bye. Last but not least, I have to show off my little dog from Mexico. This is Pippa, and wish I could have built a box on the bike to fit her on it, just like Mira. She loves to ride, and she is a great biking dog. But maybe next time, eh, Pippa? So I'm going to miss this little girl so much. She's my little sidekick, and I'm going to miss my partner too. Thanks, everybody. Bye.